Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to Black Friday edition of the Georgia Shooting Connection Friday night live stream. We have the usual suspects tonight, and we have a special guest for us, Travis from Buckeye Targets. Some of y'all may have seen him on the Reloading podcast. So, with that, welcome in. Y'all settle in. Let's have some fun. There's Vanessa Kitty, and so we'll start as we usually do. Mr. Chico Wise, kick it off, brother.
Sure, guys. Guys and ladies, thanks for joining us for another Friday Georgia Shooting Connection live stream. We're excited as always of being here. Long week. Everyone's probably stuffed, turkey stuffed, but we're gonna just kick back, have some fun, and just enjoy it like we always do. I want to welcome Travis from Buckeye Targets. If you guys don't know, and then my brother Kyle up here. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, bud. Thanks. Had a rough night. Children decided to settle matters amongst themselves, and I've been spending all the time that I was supposed to be doing a fundraising live cast for Miss Valerie Reese out in the front yard looking for teeth and glass lenses and trying to get some bleeding stopped. So, but I finally got done with that. I was supposed to take over. Luckily, TAC took over my time slot for me till I could get there. And I've been on here about 8 minutes, long enough for me to get everything lined up. I still got broken glasses that I'm going to deal with later. But yeah, happy gobble gobble. Travis, what's up, brother?
No, not much. Hey, that sounds like an eventful Thanksgiving you had, man.
Oh, this was all tonight.
Oh.
I was pressed for time anyway. I got held up at work. I told TAC I was probably going to be late. Could she cover for me for just a little bit until I got the kids home and all that? She goes, sure. I'll send you a link. You join in, and then you start up your own one, and I'll drop that one. Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah. So are we just kind of going around seeing what we've done in reloading, shooting, all that kind of good stuff?
Sure, go for it.
Yeah. So it's snowing like crazy here in Idaho, so I didn't do any shooting. I was trying to get out today and go test out some stuff I've been loading up, but it's really snowing, so we went and did some Christmas shopping. But for those who watch our podcast, the Reloading podcast, you guys know the camera's always reversed from what I'm looking at here. I got a new little setup over here. I got a Mark 7 for my 1050, so all day today when I've been home, I've been playing around with that and busting out a bunch of 223 brass on it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really nice. I've just got a Lee turret press and I have a Lee Breechlock Pro that one of my friends sent me, and I have the little bitty, little small C press, the Lee C press. Usually what I do with that is just decap brass and size bullets, cast bullets. So one of the things we need to talk about tonight is we got some KFW dove off into casting and powder coating. So when he gets on here in a little bit, if he makes it. And y'all got to remember, we already got 30 out there. Thanks for joining us, guys. But it is a holiday weekend, so, we may or may not see the numbers that we're used to tonight. So, and I want to take just a second to tell y'all about we're starting to see more and more of you guys, but I've been watching the Reloading podcast on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock for probably a year or two. And I'm glad that Travis is on here to help promote that live stream they do. And then you're also on the internet you do a podcast, right?
Who?
You.
Not yeah. I just do the Reloading podcast on Tuesdays.
Right, but
it's streamed many places. I think that's what Jamie is saying.
Yeah.
It's in podcast format also.
The podcast world, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the podcast live Tuesdays, so it's on YouTube live Tuesdays, and then hits all your all the podcatcher apps you can think of. I think we're on them.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
So
It's huge. I know you guys are, and I know y'all use the Facebook and the other platforms to stream that. I know you guys have a big following, especially on Facebook and the podcast world. So we're glad to have you on.
Yeah, go over and make sure you also follow us over on Instagram. Same tag name, Reloading Podcast. You can hit me up on my personal one. It's Buckeye Targets. So, Daniel, I am from Idaho.
Daniel is from Ohio, and that's why he is asking.
I know. I get so many people thinking, Buckeye Targets. It's just a stupid thing I came up with a long time ago because my last name is Buck. So Buckeye Targets. That's how that came about. I've had people flat out refuse to buy targets from me because they thought I was from Ohio.
What's up, Kenny? Thanks for joining us, buddy. And he's frozen. There he is. Can you hear me, Kenny?
Looks like we might have to give him a minute here.
Yeah, till it catch up.
It's freezing in some very weird spots, Kenny.
Yeah, there you go, Daniel.
Yeah, I saw where they were playing each other. I was wondering how that came out.
Hey, so you guys were starting to talk about casting and stuff. What's your guys' thoughts on that new Lee APP press they're coming out with? Y'all seen that?
Well, the man that needs to tell you about that can't get good internet connection.
Yeah,
I've looked into it. I'm interested to see a video when someone first gets it. It's an interesting concept. It seems to be real compact, and from reading on Lee's site, you can what's the right way?
You can use those bushings instead
Correct.
of the old Lee sizing kit. You can use it
upside, right. I seen that.
So
yeah,
for us casters, I think it's going to be the ticket. So where you can use your feed your projectiles nose first, and then it says as fast as you can pull that handle, you'd be sizing projectiles. So the second that comes out, I'm gonna pick one up because that's what I've been looking for.
What are they talking about a price range on it?
I think MSRP was $112, something like that, with the full kit.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, I'd have to post some videos, but I'm in the fabrication world for my full-time job, and that's so I have access to all kinds of stuff, and I've made my own sizing machine. It just didn't work out the way I wanted it to, so it's been sitting in my shop for a while. But I think this Lee might be the ticket, and I'm gonna figure out a way to actually automate it. I'm thinking about putting a bullet feeder on there, and figure out some kind of way to automate that, because I think that's awesome. Even if I can't automate it. If as long as I can pull that handle as quick as I can, I'd be happy.
Yeah, that's the way I've got my Loadmaster set up. I've got bullet feeders and case feeders and stuff on it, and it's as quick as you can pull that handle. As long as it properly sets the timer, you're good.
I've spoiled myself. When you have a 1050 all automated, you don't want to pull the handle anymore. You get kind of spoiled.
Right.
It's like having a factory, really.
Yep.
So,
I can bang out a bunch of. I use one Loadmaster for 9mm and 40, since the shell plates and everything are the same, and my other one's for 300 blackout and 223. And I made a video, oh God, probably a year ago when I got my first Loadmaster on 223, and you can straight blow through some 223.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I started off. I had two Loadmasters. So my bench right here is 30 foot long. So
Nice and
down at that, down at that end, I had 2 Loadmasters and a couple single stage and a bunch of other presses going along the back there. I used them for many, many years. I just got tired of fiddling with them. They're a good press, but you gotta like to fiddle with things. I kind of feel like.
Yeah, I've found that if you don't change calibers, if you just run the same caliber, that cuts down on the fiddling a lot. And I made a video on that. Once you take the time and get it set up where you can run 100 rounds without a problem, you can run probably 10,000 without a problem, but then you're going to have to take everything apart and clean it. I've loaded a crap ton of 9mm on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've totally disassembled it about 3 times and get a bunch of crud out of it, but it doesn't run any better after I clean it and oil it and, get everything back to brand new. It runs just the same. So
all you guys into casting?
Oh, yeah. Oh. I'm sorry. I've got a German Shepherd attacking me.
Oh yes, we're all pretty much casters, and I know that's right up your alley. I know what's funny is when they're doing the reloading podcast, and if someone says something about powder coating, they were like, "Oh my God, there go Travis!" It was like Chico and Travis starting this powder coating talk. So
Well, I'm hoping we don't have any ALOX users in here tonight.
yeah,
I tried it once when I first started casting bullets. That was not my friend at all. It's gunky. It stinks. It gums up all your dyes. Oh God, it was terrible.
Yeah. I honestly think powder coats has leaps and bounds set us ahead of the game.
Take that in there to Taylor. Take it.
I call it the poor man's plating.
Take it to Taylor.
We got Day at the Range. I've not seen him before. We got Andre D'Angelo from Black Bag Resources out there. Is that what I'm seeing?
yeah. Jamie,
Yes, sir.
Day at the Range should be Mr. Revolver Guy.
Oh man.
Yeah, we need to have him on. I've been wanting to watch his videos and get to know him because I'm a revolver guy at heart too. So
I tell you though, I'm not. That guy right there sold his last video I watched last night, got me sold on that Ultimate Sorter 4.
Yes.
I think that's going to be one of my next purchases. So thank you, Revolver Guy. That was
That thing is
in my wallet there.
Is that the big vibrating thing with the different troughs that come? Oh, good Lord.
what is it? A brass sorter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've looked at the big commercial ones, but this is more set up for for us small guys. We can dump a 5-gallon bucket in it and separate all of our stuff out.
Ooh, they've got one like that. What's the name of it?
I think it's the Ultimate Sorter 4.
Yeah.
Say
And this one's a little smaller, right? It's like it's small, but it's big.
Go his Mr. Revolver Guy has a video out, shows he got it not too long ago, sets it up, runs some stuff through it. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was like about $1,000 for the whole setup, and then you can add different sorting plates and stuff with it.
Yeah. That's
The $1,200 package comes with 380 9mm sorting, and it does know the difference. 357, 38, and 40 is its own tray. 44, 45, and 50 cals its own tray. So just drop in trays that you put. Oh, isn't that cute? Look at that.
Yeah, it separates all the 22 shells, the trash, the debris, and then it goes in the sorting trays. That's one of my 2 things I hate is after powder coating is sizing all the bullets, because I do thousands at a time and I like to just bust them out. So I get obsessed and I have to finish that certain project before I go on to something else. So sizing my powder coated bullets and then sorting my brass is what I hate the most.
Here we go.
I was
Yeah.
about to say you need to put Fuzz's comment up there because he is exactly correct.
Okay, let me say some things. There he is. Ultimate Sorter 4.
Yeah, that was I love that video. That was my favorite video I watched last night. Sorry, Chico. That was by
no
far
problem,
my
brother.
favorite
Yeah,
one because I've been
It was
needing
awesome
that.
when I seen it, and I was scared to look at the price. So
Okay, first thing, let me apologize. Let me apologize for Kenny. He's texting me on my phone. If y'all wondering why I'm spacing out, because I'm a space kind of guy anyway. So he's on the road. He's on his mobile, and he's not getting a good connection. He really wanted to be here. He wanted to talk about his new venture. Chico, can you do me a favor and look up his last video and put a link to it?
Kenny's,
Yes.
yeah, I surely can.
Desert Precision Gunworks, DPG. He also has a link in that video to his new website and to something a forum kind of thing that he's starting there on his website. So
Take it to Taylor.
and I owe Kenny a video. Already got the name picked out, but let me see if I can get this up here where y'all can see it. Can we see that? No, wrong way.
Nice. Give me 1 second. Let me fill a tube up with peanut butter so she'll leave me alone for a minute.
Okay.
Hopefully that's the only place you're using that peanut butter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That link is posted, Jamie.
It's made for it.
Hey, Sean, welcome, buddy.
Yes, sir. Black Bag Resources.
I'm gonna go over there and be shopping here in a minute. I got a couple of things in my shopping bag at Black Bag Resources. I got to get over there and pay for that stuff. It's been a heck of a day.
It has. You know, I gotta ask because Travis is on here. He runs a business. You got any sales going on over there at BuckeyeTargets.com?
I haven't been over there to update the website with any sales, but we do have like discount codes. Taco for a full head taco. Gives you 10% off. Reloading. That's a good one right there. Just use reloading. Get you 10% off over there.
Cool. Yeah, I know Taco uses a lot of your targets, and
you guys have no idea.
Yeah, we were talking about on that last giveaway that they gave away the 9 prizes. I know you had like 2 packages in there. So even though I didn't win any of them, thank you for donating. I won the NOE, and you knew that.
Yeah, you got exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
As I was listening to the podcast, I'm texting Mike, giving him all the answers, and he's like, "Wait, you got to put that in the email, submit it." I had every single answer. You know, I was like, I got to be one of the first ones to answer all this. There's no way I'm not getting something out of this. So yeah, when I see on that NOE mold, I text you and said, "USOB, you got what I wanted."
And you know, somebody looked up and got that upper, that bolt action AR upper. Taco was giving that away, I believe. That was one of those custom made AR-15 bolt action type. There's some good prizes out there.
You went to Precision?
You talking to me, Jamie?
Yeah, was that what he was giving away? Are you into Precision upper? You know, the ones like West Desert Shooter shoots?
It's kind of one. It's one that they kind of made themselves.
Yeah.
I know, Jason took the upper to a local machine shop, and it's side charging handle, I believe, if I remember right. They had all that converted over. Taco pulled out the hacksaw and chopped up the bolt carrier group, all machined that himself, got that all working. But yeah, that's a good upper, but I wanted that NOE mold.
Yeah. They gave away 2 of them. Yeah, 2 cavity and a 4 cavity, some other stuff. Jason, is it Jason from
Jason Christensen? Yep.
Yeah, so y'all get over there and check that out if y'all can. I like their podcast.
Hey, sorry.
I said, speaking of giveaways, that's how I got into 44 Magnum. Thanks, Eagle Eye. Or I'm sorry. Thanks, Full Ed Taco. I didn't even have a 44 Magnum, and I won a 44 Magnum mold from him.
Well, you know the rule.
Yeah, well, I bought 2.
Hey, Day at the Range, Mr. Revolver Guy, send me an email, buckeyetargets@gmail.com.
Very cool, very cool.
I want a dueling tree, Travis. I can't afford one. Look, he laughs in my face, guys. Y'all see that? All right, Chico, you ready to do your thing, brother?
Yes, sir. We were thinking the same because I was just bringing it up. We had to be thinking the same. Come on, restore chat so I can see everything. There we go. Pop out participants. There we go. So very, very first one I see is Black Bag Resources, Broke Loader, Charles Irby, Cranky Cletus, Daniel God is my judge, Day at the Range, Eagle Eye Shootings out there, Fuzz T Fork 8, Jesse B Outdoors, Lead Bullet Junkie, Lever Guns 50, Ocean 374, PC Bullet Empire, Single Shot, 6 Shooter Texan, the Texas Outlaw Michael Science, got Uncle Jim, Vanessa Kitty, and I've got to go back to my other list because for some reason, Red Raider Reloading, we got Daniel God as my judge. I know we got Floyd Hicks. I seen him out there. Day at the Ranger. This Charles Irby. So many of you guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. Who else? Don't want to miss Vanessa Kitty. Say Uncle Jim. Frankie Cletus, Vanessa Kitty. Sorry, James Pollard. Okay, there we go. We're getting to the meat and potatoes. Bluegill and Brass. Never seen you, but thank you for joining us. PC Bullet Empire. I know normally Chris 338 is here. We got Pony _47. Who else? We got Big Al, John Phaser. Ooh, still rolling. A lot of you guys and girls. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I see somebody else. OCD Outdoors. Didn't want to miss him. Thanks for joining us, brother.
Jesse, as long as you got paper plates, brother, you ain't out of targets.
No, that's right. Thoughts of an Old Soldier. Let's say James Pollard, Ocean 374. Some of them I'm double calling. There's Chris 338. Tacos and French fries, Kingpin. Tacos and French fries again. And if I miss you guys, I'm extremely sorry. Let me go back to the bottom of the chat, make sure I didn't miss anyone. Lever Guns 50, thanks for being here, guys. Yeah, everyone, thanks for joining us. And if you got questions, sometimes make your comment or your text stand out sometimes, because sometimes this chat moves very fast. But we definitely appreciate all you guys and girls for joining us. We Uncle John, there you go. Yes, Uncle Jim, I need to go check that channel out. It said Bluegill and Brass. So we'll probably have some other guests arrive here soon. But who's casting this week? How about that?
Man, I gotta cast up. I got so many friends I want to send bullets to.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I did. A lot of people don't know, or somebody don't. So I went to Cabela's today, and Cabela's always have the Lee handles. And depending on where you get those Lee handles, they can be expensive. But Cabela's will price match Academy Sports, their online price. So Academy has them. Academy does not carry those Lee handles in stock in store, but they do carry them online. So I got Cabela's to price match those Lee 6-cavity handles. You know, a lot of people use them for a lot of stuff and modify them. So I picked up 2 of those today for my new NOE mode that Travis didn't get to win, but I did. So I plan to do some casting with that very soon. That's going to be a challenge because it's a RG4 mode with the to make hollow points. So Uncle Jim's casting tomorrow.
Uncle Jim casts just about every day. I can't wait till I can retire. Uncle Jim, keep an eye on your post office box. Just saying.
Oh, correction. I said bluegill and brass. That is bluegill and bass. I'm sorry.
It's about time to make some more of these. I'm running a little bit low. There's that whole backwards camera thing again. My
All right,
40
let's try this again. So, can you hear us, Kenny? He's on the Earthlink.
It'll probably take a second for him to come through, maybe. Hey, PC Bullet Empire. I hope I didn't miss you out there, brother.
Hey, Jesse. Kyle ran all of his paper plates through the dishwasher. Why don't you just let him send you some targets?
Okay.
There's Kenny. We heard a little bit of something. That's an improvement. I'm afraid the internet is going to be spotty tonight. So everybody's out there. Man, I had to go to Walmart today. I forgot half the stuff I went for.
Day at the range, he didn't wash his plates. He licked them clean.
That's a man after my own heart. Make sure you get all that gravy up there.
I'm sorry.
It's all chicken but the gravy, right?
Everything's chicken but the bill, and that's chicken still. I actually did take the leftover styrofoam plates from Mike's house because he was just going to throw them away. So I did do that.
Kenny's getting more and more frustrated. Y'all pray for Kenny.
I got a stack about that thick styrofoam plates left.
So, Travis, what all do you cast and load for, man?
Oh man. Primarily what I cast for is 9. That's my favorite one because I shoot so much of it. So I got several molds for and I used to use Lee, but I really like those NOE molds. So I've switched over primarily to NOE. So I've got a couple NOE 9s. I haven't had any good luck with I don't remember who I got it from, but it's a 223 mold. If y'all got any good recipes for one of those, that one might be a Lee. That's something I'm looking for just some messing around stuff. Yeah, exactly, Kyle. I haven't nobody that I've talked to or anything I've seen says anything good about those.
I've got 3-quart jars of them already powder coated, sized at different widths. I've got them sized to different diameters. I have tried 15 different powders with each different diameter. I'm fixing to melt every damn one of them down next time I smell.
Getting about 5-inch group.
Oh, that's at 20 feet. I can't even hit the paper.
I forget who it was. I saw a video last night. He took I think it was an NOE 100 grain mold, and then he cut it down so it was 75 grain. He was getting pretty decent groups at 50 with that.
Doesn't Arsenal have like a 75 grain? I thought Arsenal did.
Yeah, I think they do. I think they got called the Elvis Ammo mold.
And Mom is coming down and making my food.
Yeah, that was 72 or 75. That's been 2 years since I saw that video.
So is it the Lee 223 molds are just they're hard to get a recipe for and be get some.
They're just not accurate whatsoever.
I think it's that flat point on the end. I don't know why they did that. I can take a jacketed bullet or buy some pointy cast bullets from like Missouri Bullet Company or something like that, and they're pretty good. But that design of the Lee mold, I can't make it work. I've tried all kinds of stuff. I'm tired of trying. I'm gonna wear my dies out and making test rounds.
That's very good to know. Then
Yeah.
Stay away from those.
So the other ones I cast for is don't tell nobody. I do cast 40.
I do too.
45, 300 blackout, 458 SOCOM. Those are my main ones. I got a whole stack of Mosul. I don't even remember what all of them are, but yeah, mostly I do 9mm, and I do a lot of that. That's my favorite one.
Kyle and I both cast for 40. I think we've got the same mold.
Yeah, if we'd have known that, we'd have bought two different molds and just swapped.
How's your do you have a private range, Travis? You're in Idaho, so you probably shoot on your property, can't you?
No, I live in our town.
Okay.
But nah, I got a pretty nice we got 500 member private range about 15 minutes from my house.
Do they let you scoop out the burns?
Yep.
Oh, that's good. That's cool though. He said, "Yeah."
Yeah, we got an indoor pistol range, and there's three. I don't even know what you call them. Three kind of bays, and behind them we got some kind of bulletproof steel that deflects all the projectiles down. And I need to get back there and just scoop all that lead up. That's what I need to do.
Oh, that'd be awesome, brother.
Jamie, we really have to sweet talk John.
Yeah, whoever it is, y'all talk about it. If they own the range, you kind of got to incentivize them some kind of way. But I'd be real interested in.
He bends the rules a lot. He bends the rules a lot for us. He'll stay late, and we'll sit there, and he's supposed to close at 6. We're still shooting at 6:30, and then we'll sit there and talk in the office till 7. And he's just a really neat guy. But we really need to sweet talk him, like bring him some Twinkies or some ho-hos or something. Not saying he's a big guy or anything. I can't believe Jamie's not even smiling.
He's a good dude, man. But he's kind of no nonsense. He's kind of, he'll speak when he's spoken to. He's chiseled, ex-military.
I guarantee you, he'll give us a bucket full of lead for a box of ho-hos.
No, he won't either. I bought a box of mixed, 5-gallon bucket of mixed brass from him one time for $75.
Dang.
I got a ton of 9mm out of that bucket.
You also got a bunch of like 308 and 270, and you got all kinds of rifle brass too, didn't you?
Mostly 308. I gave it to you, I believe.
Yeah, you gave me some.
Well, that was pretty much all of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was mostly 9 and 45, and then some 223 and 308.
Did Jamie put up Thoughts of an Old Soldier's post? Did any of y'all watch his video? I came out this morning about the events of yesterday.
Ooh, wow. I hope he's all right, brother. Dang, that sucks.
He is okay. It was just a scratch. They gave him, he went to the doctor and everything. They gave him some, or a cut, I think they called it. Gave him some antibiotics so it wouldn't get affected. And then the doctor smacked him in the head and said, wear eye protection.
Yeah, that's what a lot of things, even me in the industry that I'm in, sometimes I get, I don't want to say complacent, but I get relaxed. If I'm doing something, and I know a lot of other people can relate, and it's like, I be thinking like, damn, no, my eye protection is right there. And it only takes a split second to, to get hurt. And then you value your sight and other things more. more seriously. So yeah, definitely y'all make sure you stay protected wearing your ear and your eye pro.
So Andy always needs your 380 brass if y'all run up on any. If y'all have a close friend that's reloading 380, send them to him. I tell you something that I am going to do. I've invited Chico and Kyle to join me tomorrow at our church's men's ministry skeet shoot. Y'all gonna be able to come? You think?
I may not be able to. My son's still a little under the weather. We've been alternating fever medicine all day, trying to get that knocked out. I know when he's sick because when I offer him the iPad, he don't want it. I was like, yeah, you ain't yourself, buddy. So, but I still may. What time is it, Jamie?
9 o'clock.
Okay. I should know here within the next hour if my sister's gonna help me out or not. But she's got a little one also. So.
Well, I hope y'all can make it. We try to do it twice a year, but here lately, once a year. It rained us out the last time. Travis, I wished you were in our area so you could come.
Yeah, we're pretty far away from each other.
Yeah, but I'll be thinking about you. Hey, Tim, man, what's up, brother? Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Tim, man. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it, brother. You know how you've got little ones, so you know how that is. The kids, they catch all these germs from other kids, and yeah.
So Tin Man, he's got a YouTube channel also, doesn't he?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, I watched some of his stuff last night too.
I'm sorry, I'm getting one of my sons fixed up with dinner, but I'm back. Yeah, Tin Man just put one out on if you got a bullet with no load data whatsoever, this is how he figures out the overall length for it. That's a pretty interesting video.
Yeah, I started watching that, and then, yeah.
I think Bacon just made our 51 watcher.
51st, 51st.
51. Yeah, thank you.
Welcome, Bacon.
Travis, have you thought about high-tech coding?
I have. I've been watching some more videos on it, but I'm going to sound like on our podcast, we got a guy who refuses powder coating. I'm going to sound like him with high tech. It just seems like more work than it's worth for what I'm doing for powder coating. I'm getting really good results with it. And I don't remember who I bought some projectiles from one time. They were with high-tech coating. The stuff, I put some in my pocket and I forgot about them. They washed off in the wash machine. And
oh, wow. Yeah.
And once that happened, I didn't even load those up. I haven't done it myself. I did it one time and I got horrible results with it because I spilt everything all over and
yeah,
I had like a little sample thing of it, so I wasn't able to do any more of it. But
my buddy, he sent me some 380 bullets that he had high-teched, and me and Jamie have shot them together, and they're real good shooting bullets, real beautiful bullets. I haven't tried to coat my own. He sent me some powder to try it with detailed instructions and all that. And there's Cranky in the side chat. No, it's not more work. There's just a couple of extra steps, and I get that. I just haven't been brave enough to try it yet.
Well, what I don't like, so someone just asked how I powder coat. So for me, I've got a vibratory tumbler that I don't use anymore. So I fill that up with some, put some powder coating in there. I dump in. I don't even measure some of this stuff. I just dump stuff in. It's just all about feel, So I get some powder coat in my vibratory tumbler, filled up with some projectiles, turn it on for 5-10 minutes. Okay. Put on some rubber gloves, and then I use, the plastic trays you get from factory ammo.
Yeah.
I've got a ton of those that are from the exact same brand. Okay. So I dump all my, after they're done tumbling, I dump them out onto a screen, shake them loose, and I have rubber gloves on, some nitrile gloves. I coat my hands just like I'm a baker. I'm rolling out dough. So I get that powder coat all over my gloves. I just pick them up whole handfuls at a time, and I just drop them in those trays, nose down, and I fill up those 50-round trays. And I do, so in a little mini oven, I can do 300 at a time this way. So I fill up those trays, and I do 300 at a time. I have a steel plate that I set on top of those, and then I flip that whole thing over, and I would slide that in the toaster oven and then pull off each of those 50-round trays. So all the projectiles are lined up very nicely, organized, and just shove that back into the toaster oven. While those are baking, I would start the next round in the vibratory tumbler and get those going. And usually I'm guessing, actually, I probably do about 500-600 at a time in that vibratory tumbler, because I'm actually, after I put the first batch in the oven, I'm loading up the second batch, and I'm actually putting the third batch in the tumbler. So I'm ahead of the game. So when one comes out, goes right into the water, next batch goes right in, because I got 2 trays, and I just flip it and put it right back in. I just keep going. I'll do 1,000, 2,000 at a time that way. But
yeah, I'm glad someone asked that, because I was going to ask you, you're essentially a powder coat stander upper. So
yeah,
not a basket guy. I've tried it. I've done the stand up method. It produces nice bullets, but the basket works for me. But I've seen someone do the empty bullet trays like that. I know
you should try it. It's, for me, I've tried it all the other ways, and I've watched Full Lead Taco and Elvis Ammo. I don't know how they do it, but they get their projectiles beautiful. No boogers, no markings, no nothing. But when I do it in a little tray, I get them all marked up, and I just wasn't happy. So
like a basket, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I stand them up, I mean, they're beautiful. They're like store bought. They're almost flawless, you know. So,
Very cool.
but I switched over. Now I've got I got an in-wall oven that I got, and I built a stand for it. So now I have an actual full-size oven out in the shop that I can probably do 3,000 projectiles at a time in there.
Wow.
So
What kind of coating are you using?
just powder coat. What's it? The powder by the pound. That's who I get it from.
Yeah, I know those traditional ovens, I'm sorry, Jamie, provide a little better heat, or the convection, right?
Convection, yeah. So that's I say, when you got a machine like this 1050, I have to keep that thing fed. So I have to have a lot of stuff laying around. Otherwise, it's almost not. It's not worth doing a couple hundred at a time. I'm loading, like the other night, I did 1,500 9mm on this machine in under an hour, I bet you.
Nice.
So I need to keep a lot of projectiles around, and I'm casting up right now. I was casting up yesterday. I need to cast up tomorrow. But I'll do a whole bunch, as much as I can stand, of casting, and then I'll kind of switch over and focus on powder coating and do that for a couple nights if need be. And then it'll be the part I hate, be a couple nights of resizing all that stuff.
Very cool.
But the only thing I didn't like about doing the high tech was you basically have to put 3 or 4 coats on that stuff. So you can get into that rhythm and rotating like I'm doing, but the satisfaction of just coating them all up with powder coating, baking them, and when you pull them out of the oven, they just look beautiful, and they just go right into the water, and I'm off again, you know. But to each our own. There's some guys who won't try either of these. They'll stick with the A-locks or the traditional lube groove stuff, and they just will not try powder coating or high tech. But I wouldn't mind trying it again, but I'm kind of set in my ways right now, because I really love powder coating. I think it's really helped out the casting community a lot.
I would agree, and I pretty much do mine the same way. you're talking about. I do 150 bullets at a time. So
Well, so I watched Tin Man's video, one of his videos, and he was doing like I do. He was pulling each one out, setting them on the tray, lining them all up in the tray. If you do it the way that I'm doing it with the factory trays, you get 50 in there, and it's in little containment like that. So if you forget the pan and kind of go with a flat plate that you can slide in there, you can stack about 300 at a time, and they're not even close to touching, because that tray keeps them separated far enough, and they're nice and organized, and you can fit about 300 of them at once on one tray in a little toaster oven. And actually, I was running 2 toaster ovens at once.
yeah, I just got a little bitty toaster oven. I could probably get 200 on the tray, the way you're talking about. But
What are you stacking them individual?
No, I put them in the factory trays, the factory bullet trays, factory ammo trays, like you're talking about.
Okay, so you must be stacking them kind of more like in the center of a plate.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was basically doing, it's kind of, I would say it's 2 rows, 150 in the back and 150 in the front.
Okay. Yeah, my pan and my oven ain't that big. I could get.
Right.
Probably,
I'm sorry, Jamie. Go ahead.
I could probably get 4 or 5 of those things in there. Another trick I learned is, when you get them in there and you sliding the tray in, you got to be careful not to knock one over, or they're all
Yes, sir.
dominoes.
Like dominoes.
And that's going to be very aggravating. I mean, I watched 30 cal bullets go all like that. So what I've learned to do is to keep those, particularly with rifle bullets, keep those plastic trays on top of those bullets as you're sliding in the tray into the oven. And then once you get them in there, kind of pick them up like that and bring them out like that. Works a whole lot better.
Exactly right.
Here's the problem that you were talking about with powder coating in a basket.
Yep.
See the little boogers and stuff.
And they'll shoot fine.
Yep.
They just don't look as good.
Yep. They're still coated. They're still fine. They're shiny on the lead. But here's the same bullet with a different color powder coat done the same way, and it is flawless. It actually has some of that white powder coat mixed into it.
Yeah, I got to try those silicone trays, Andy.
Yeah, so there's one of my 9mm. I mean, this.
Hold on a minute.
Oh, he's going to make you big. Hang on. There you go.
There you go. Try it again. Oh, you got a slick-sided mold.
Yeah, from NOE right there. That's still not focusing like I'd like, but if you look, that you can see the light glistening off it. That's flawless.
Yeah.
And then same thing. Here's one of my 458. Same thing. This is what I like. They're coming out just flawless, just like I was buying them or something.
Right.
That's the one thing I do have a hard time with is the 300 blackout. I really can't get those to stack up. So I am just basically doing the parchment paper and just kind of spreading them out and doing, not as much in a cooking as I'd like to. But now that I got this big oven, I haven't done any 300 blackout projectiles in my big oven, but I bet you I can get quite a bit in there.
Everyone besides Tin Man. It won't be fine.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try high tech at least once. I got a question for everybody in the side chat and on the panel. Has anyone? I know a few people in the side chat have used those ice trays, the silicone ice trays.
I've seen that. Yeah,
We were just talking about that. I had it up there on the banner.
New York
that-
City Reloader had a real good video on those.
You bake those in the trays, right? You leave them in there, right? Okay. I make.
Do you help me out? Is that right? Do you leave them in the tray while you're baking them?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Well,
I know there's some. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say one of my problems with the method I'm using is when I'm putting the bullets in there, if I don't have all the powder out from the previous time, I get some different colors on the new bullets.
Well, I know you can go to like whatever you guys have in your area, but like let's just say a farm store or something and get some wire. Maybe even Home Depot has it, but there's some that the wire, the diameter of the inside is just big enough. You could take a piece and just bend some legs on it and basically flip it upside down. And then you could do the same thing. You could set your projectiles in that and bake it in, you know what I'm saying? So you got up an inverted tray that's got holes in it from the wire. And then you can just drop your projectiles base down and cook them in that too. And then pull that out and just dump the whole thing into water. I've seen that.
Cranky says he just uses the force.
10-man, I agree with you, brother. Let me tell you something. After all the trouble I go to round up lead from the tire shops, I make ingots and flux that stuff, get it as clean as I can, then sit there and mold bullets out of it. The last thing I'm going to do is throw a bunch of them in a wire basket and hope they come out right. Now, the trick that Gun Fun ZS showed on one of his videos, where he put them in the basket, and as quick as they came out, he chunks them in the box and shakes the box up. It's got to be a clean box, and he shakes them up real good. They come out flawless, like we're doing all of our stuff. But yeah, man.
No, I've tried that exact method though, and I just cannot do it. I just can't get them to look as good as standing them on their bases. And in my opinion, you're absolutely right. Why as casters are we taking the time to make alloys, make our ingots, use nice molds, go through all the trouble, and then at the very last step, say whatever, and then, you know, get subpar looking projectiles. And this is just my opinion. So I want to try to get the best product that I can. So that's why I take the extra time. And it's not taking me that much more where I get into that rhythm of stacking these trays, because I have so many of these trays. I say I'll stack a whole bunch of them. When they're cooking, I'm using that cook time to stack more trays. So when they're coming out, I'm just constantly rotating, and I'll you know, like I said, I'll do a couple thousand in a couple hours, I'm guessing, because I kind of just go back and forth. I don't actually keep track of my time. I'm just out there having fun and coming out with nice looking projectiles. I mean, to each their own, but I prefer to have something that I wouldn't mind someone looking at and saying, wow, that looks awesome, versus, that's kind of cool, but why has it got all these nicks and bare spots and boogers hanging off this thing, you know?
Well, Kenny's right. Standing them up don't do a whole lot of good unless you're going for looks, unless you're shooting high velocity rifle. And I'm loading some of mine up in my 35 Remington series, and yeah, man, I want them to look good. I want them to shoot good. I want them to, of course, you know, I know 35 Remington's not exactly high velocity, but
yeah, the only spot that matters is where it's hitting the riflings right here. This, as long as this had a nice coating on there, this doesn't need anything whatsoever. This is just for looks.
right.
But to me, it makes me feel better being able to pull some of these out and having them look like this. I mean, when I was doing, so I shoot 3-gun a lot. So when I was doing the wire basket method, I would be pulling out my stuff, loading things up. Someone would come over and look at it, and they'd look at my projectiles and be like, "Ooh, they don't look good. I wouldn't trust those. Those aren't something I'd want to shoot." But now someone comes up, looks at my stuff. They're like, "Wow, where'd you buy those from? Those look nice." Like, I made these. And like, "Oh, yeah, those look really nice."
Dang, Kenny. Yeah.
Like I say, he's right. He's right, but I just don't like taking all the time to do my best, and then kind of feel at the very end just kind of giving up.
Yeah. Yeah, and I tell you what got me to doing that kind of stuff though was when those bullets fell over like dominoes and they had a bunch of marks on them, and I was making those to send to somebody, and I was like, I ain't sending my buddy these.
Yeah, that's a reflection on you. They might shoot fine, but that's a reflection on you, and that's how I feel.
So anyway,
We don't have anyone in the back room, do we, Jamie?
no, sir.
Okay. Someone may be coming.
Well, I hope so. I sent Sharonda a link, and of course Kenny's been trying, bless his heart, and he's out there and on the road. So yeah, it's a little difficult when it's Black Friday. And
Oh yeah, we kind of expected that. So everyone, thanks for joining us on this Black Friday. I hope everyone's found good deals everywhere. So thanks again. Let's see, has our numbers changed a little bit?
I was seeing 53 a minute ago.
I know we had some new people jump in. So we'll hear about 30 minutes run down the side chat again. I see that Uncle Jim, he's proved cook bullets shoot good or something. What do you say? Okay.
You never can tell with that boy. You just
there
can't.
you go.
Cranky, I'm looking for you one, brother. I promise. But not this one. You can Betty Blue, we're attached. I just don't wear the ring. That's the only thing.
I don't have the side chat right now. I was in a rush to get on here, so I just was using my iPad, and it's inside.
I'll tell everyone some interesting stuff though that I had to go with, because everyone was telling me with my 308 loads, Varget. I heard Varget everywhere. Varget, 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 and more Varget. And I looked online, I couldn't find it anywhere but one place, Powder Valley. But the dang shipping and the hazmat made £1 $50. I was like, there's no way.
Chico, run up to Cherokee Gun and Pawn.
I went everywhere I knew, and I came across one a few days ago. I went down to Moss Pond and Gun, and they had it on the shelf, and I was like, let me get a bottle.
Did Cabela's not have any when you were there today, or did you even look?
Cabela's didn't have any.
Wow, I got mine.
Yeah.
I've seen it up at Cherokee all the time.
At $48.95, PC Bullet Empire just said it. That's Hydrogen, right? No, that's IMR.
It's either one.
Okay.
They both have it. I use 4064 in mine.
Y'all keep in mind, Accurate. I know JRB. He contacted me and said he did have some of that recalled powder, and he may be doing a video on that. And I've had a lot of people since I posted that video that they had some affected lots of it. So on the Facebook group over there at the Reloading Podcast, I posted that link over there too. My little video for the is it Accurate? Yeah, the Accurate powder. So y'all check y'all lot numbers.
Chico, if you want to try some 4064 and can't find it, I've got plenty of it. Just stop by the house or meet me at work one day, and I'll hook you up with something.
Sure, definitely, brother.
Probably easier for you to meet me at work.
Uncle Jim. Yeah, Uncle Jim gets good deals at those pawn shops, but he never finds pewter.
Yeah, Varget is there you go, Kenny. He's wanting a long range target gun.
Yeah, had to track it down.
You know, I've never used that powder. Of course, I've only been reloading 2 or 3 years, so
If I'd have known you was having that much trouble finding it, Chico, you should have said something. I've got a couple of pounds of it in the gun safe. I
Sorry,
turned
brother.
those up for you, brother.
I was on different forums and a lot of people's like, hey man, what's going on with this Varget? Like we can't find it anywhere. This is what is your load with your 308? Day at the range. I am unsure at the moment. I still got the hey, let me tell you what, I'll be honest. I was getting butterflies loading dummy rounds because I was like, man, this 308 is gonna be, I don't know if it's just me, I get those butterflies when I load a new caliber. So I guess that's my rookiness showing, or that's just maybe a reloader.
So Chico, I know from your videos, you've just kind of started reloading not too long ago. I just heard Jamie say he's been reloading for 2 years. So how long have you been reloading for, Kyle?
I've been reloading for about 4 or 5 years. I started casting about Jamie, 2 years ago, 2.5, something like that.
yeah.
Buddy of mine bought a 500 Smith & Wesson from a friend of his, and then he went to go buy some ammo so we could shoot it. He goes, "Oh, you still talking about casting your own bullets?" Yeah. So we went in together and we split the cost of a pot, and he bought the 50 cal mold. I bought 9mm and 45 to start out with, and it's gone from there. Now I cast for everything that I shoot now.
Yeah, now you got the fever.
Except my Target 308 loads, I still use. I preferred Hornady 208 AMAX, but now I'm using. I started using Sierra 175 tip Match Kings, then found the 208s, but they don't make the 208 anymore. It's now a totally different bullet, and I hadn't worked out a load for it. It's now the extreme low drag 208. It does not shoot the same. I mean,
Okay, we have been joined by the crazy Scotsman.
Oh no, there goes another. You forgot to lock the door, Jamie.
I'm gonna do better than that. I'm gonna email him a link so he can get on with us. We have been on here. We probably need to, in a few minutes, we need to talk about Reloaders Lives Matters. Because we're getting very close to
That's good.
reaching our goal. Last time I checked, let's see, right here, and let me refresh this. We're at $1,965. So a little bit over $500 more, and we'll be having some drawings.
I hadn't seen Mike tonight. Have any of y'all?
No.
Not at the moment, but I would like to say thank you guys, everyone who's helped out with the Reloaders Lives Matter. That's Mike will be very appreciative. I know I am, so thank you. I've got some more emails to send out some thank yous. I definitely appreciate that, guys. It's gonna be some awesome incentives.
It is outstanding, the performance that we can get on this. This is amazing.
There's your good load. Chico, you writing that down?
Yep, I'm writing the timestamp right now. I'll screenshot it on my phone.
Yeah, it looks like good stuff, Day at the Range. Mr. Revolver Guy.
Mr. Scotsman, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, brother.
Good.
Had a rough beginning. Bless you. had a rough beginning to the evening, but it's ended up being nice and relaxful. Thank the goodness.
Good to be here.
Scotsman, allow me to introduce you to Mr. Travis, Buckeye Targets.
How you doing?
Good, man. Good to meet you.
You too.
So, Buckeye Targets, where exactly in the Buckeye are you?
He ain't.
I'm not from Ohio. I'll tell you that. I'm from Idaho.
Ah,
He told us earlier that the name of his company originates from his last name. So
All the Ohioans in the group are like, "Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?"
hey, I had to ask. I mean,
Yeah,
damn,
I say
dude.
I've had a lot of people just send me emails to say, "Hey, just so you know, I will never buy targets from somebody from Ohio." And I've kindly emailed them back and say, "Well, actually, I do not live in Ohio." They do not understand why I didn't. That was just maybe it was bad foresight on my end. I didn't even think about it when I came up with the business name.
You know, you think of what you think of, man. And you go with what you got. So, where in Iowa are you?
In Idaho,
Yeah, where are you?
it's south of Boise.
Okay.
I'm about 2 hours from Utah, where Full Ed Taco, the Gun Dudes,
Yeah.
all those guys are.
All right. Yeah, I got you.
Did I see Mike Train jump in?
I do not know.
I'm scrolling
Hey,
back.
Jack, our newest reloader. What's going on, gal? AOK Forging and Adventures.
Hey, okay. Scotsman, what you been up to, brother? How you been?
I'm doing good, man. I've been sick. Finally, kind of getting better. Still have a little bit of a cough, so if I cough, I apologize. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. For those that are watching right now, I plan on making a video, but for those that are here, foreign and domestic, starting not this Sunday, but next Sunday, we'll be back to a regular schedule.
Very cool, very cool. Thanks for that update, brother.
And that is because I got a new position at work, and I'm very thankful. I'm blessed, and I can't wait to start it. I got another week in my current job, and then I move to the other one, and should be good. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah,
Very cool. Congratulations on the new position, bro.
Absolutely. There you go, Scotsman. You need that little bit of information right there.
yeah. Well, the bacon, thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
You beat me to it. You have a new edition you want to show off, man? Or are you holding that back for a video?
I wasn't gonna make a video, but if you want me to show it, I will.
I think you need to, man.
All right, hang on.
No more locked doors. No more locked doors. So what's he going to get?
His new edition.
Well, with him, that could be anything, Jamie.
Now, is it in a new addition or a new addiction?
He's got plenty of those. He don't need more.
The answer to that would be yes.
Yeah, right.
Okay, this should be the link to Reloaders Lives Matter. But it didn't show up. Did it show up? Yeah, there it is.
Well, to answer your question, Kyle,
Blow him up, Jamie.
and to answer Chico, brothers, I went slightly a little bit of a different way. And so a while back, I scored some 30-30 ammo. And when I scored it, I texted Jamie and asked him, hey, is this a good price? He's like, yeah, awesome. So I bought an absolute crap ton. But I didn't own a 30-30. So here's what I picked up today. A Henry lever action, color case hardened, octagon barrel,
God.
30-30.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is.
Hold it. Go back. Stop. I want to see that receiver.
That's gorgeous. I love the case hardened stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Look at that.
There you go. Tilt it back a little bit. That's it. That's it. Work it. Work it.
Y'all know I'm not a Henry fan, but that is one more beautiful rifle.
I'm not a Henry guy either, but
Nice,
and
bro.
I scored this for a good price. And I had to.
Was it a really good price or just a good price?
It was a stupid good price.
Oh, cool. Even better.
I was originally looking at a Marlin, but I saw this thing and it was like $30 more, and I'm like, stainless steel, color case hardening. I'm gonna go with color case hardening.
That's a beautiful gun, dude.
So
I just don't like the tubes.
I don't like the tube thing either, but guess what? It doesn't have a safety. It's a lever action like it's supposed to be, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I'm put up with that.
I like my Marlin with the slide in loading. That's great. But then again, for what I'm going to do with the Henry, that tube feeding, it's not that bad. You just got to make sure that the lever is closed when you put the first round in, because it will wedge underneath that feed ramp. And,
Yeah.
oh, that sucks.
There's Appalachian Reloader. Welcome, brother. Glad to have you. So let's go down the incentives. Travis, if you don't know, we have a brother. His name's Mike Treen. He does some videos. He's a reloading guy. He won a sub 2000 9mm high tech. Is that a high tech? No, it's
Caltech.
Caltech sub 2000 9mm from on one of Taco's giveaways. The same one I won the Mauser. If you've watched any of my stuff. So anyway, he was diagnosed with cancer not too long ago, and he will be undergoing surgery on January the 9th. And we've been I started a GoFundMe for him, and we can't really do raffles of firearms and stuff like that, but Mike's a reloader, and we wanted to raise some money for him to help him out. So we've got a whole list of incentives that we're going to give away, and we'll have drawings for it. Scotsman, we're going to do this on your channel. We're going to do it on mine, or does it matter? Or
You tell me, man. It's your show. I'm just a part of it. You're the one running this thing. I literally jumped in and helped out where I could, and that's it, man. It's your show. I will say this, however. I did fail to mention one thing in the video that I made on my latest update, and I apologize. But for you guys that are watching now, MCK won Reloading from the Hot Pot 1,000 sub giveaway. If you guys watch that video and know what that is, then we actually have a Taurus pistol up for grabs also. And again, we all know it's not about the prizes. It's about helping the person. And we all love Mike. Mike is awesome. But if you guys really feel that you want to have the chance to win something cool, you have that opportunity. There's plenty of different prizes out there. And on top of that, we now have that Taurus pistol. So MCK, if you're watching, brother, thank you. Absolutely awesome of you to redonate that. You rock. We love you, man.
Yes, sir.
And if y'all be so kind, I'll go through the incentives. The Crazy Scotsman is donating a Dillon Square Deal B in 357 Magnum and a Frankfurt Arsenal Impress coaxial press. These will not go to the same person. They will, of course, be different prizes. Eagle Eye Shooting is donating the Lee APP press. When it is released, the winner of that will get that in the mail. MCK is donating a Lyman Big Dipper melting pot and ladle. He's also donating the new Taurus G2S 9mm that he won from Reloading from the Hot Pots video. Full Lead Taco is donating 2 molds of the winner's choice to go with the Lyman Big Dipper melting pot and ladle. So that'll be one package. Thoughts of an Old Soldier is donating 1 each of his books. Scotsman is also donating a Caldwell ballistic chronograph. Sharanda Brits is donating a Dillon 550 conversion and dies for 44 Magnum. The Georgia Shooting Connection, me, Kyle, and Chico are going to. Chico has a Lee Challenger press, and we're putting together a bullet package for the person that wins that press, depending on what they are going to be reloading for. So they will be cast powder coated bullets if they need them. They'll be gas checked, so you'll be ready to go. And Black Bag Resources donated a Timber Creek 15-inch ultralight handguard, pretty blue one that he showed last week. If y'all were watching last week, KFW has donated a Caldwell Precision turret rest, shooting rest, and Echo and the Bunny Man has donated a Redding beam scale.
Awesome. That is a lot of great incentives. So yeah.
I did just add something in our private chat there.
Oh, I've got it. 13. Prize number 13 will be a paper target bundle from Buckeye Targets.
Thanks, brother. We definitely appreciate that. Mike will be very appreciative, man, as we are.
Yeah, they are really nice paper targets too. They're not just some cheap ones either.
Beats those plates everyone uses, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah, but I thought we were kind of redneck out here, but we don't shoot paper plates.
Yeah, but hell, down here in the dirty South, we wash them first. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You don't wash them, man. What are you talking about?
You shoot
Use the resources we have.
You see that piece of corn in the upper left-hand quadrant?
So y'all really need to be keeping an eye out on Kenny's business over here. He's telling us he's got some reamers on order, so he'll be able to provide you with some pretty good deals on some barrels. I'm thinking, right, Kenny? So,
yeah, I know if anyone needs a 350 Legend barrel, you need to get with Kenny before you go ordering any of them from somewhere else.
Oh yeah. Let me see if I can post.
I can't wait for me and Jamie to get together and build his.
This is it's dpgunworks.com, right, Jamie?
Yes, desertprecisiongunworks.com. You put the link to his announcement video up earlier.
Okay, yeah.
You
Let me take that away then.
You might want to do that again or post a link straight to his website. That would be great too.
Oh yeah, that's what I'll do that. Bam. It's in there.
Like ragu.
So, Jamie, if you could check, there may be an additional guest in the back room soon.
I'm watching.
Okay. They haven't showed up yet. There may be a unicorn back there soon. So,
The
so
question
who's
is-
shooting this weekend? Anybody shooting this weekend besides me?
I'll be shooting skeet tomorrow. Scotsman saw the evidence.
Yeah, I did. And hopefully I'll be shooting 30-30 here pretty damn quickly. I was hoping I could shoot with Daniel, but I know he's got some back issues going on, so I don't know if that's going to happen.
I'm gonna try to hook up with Jamie tomorrow, but it's gonna be a busy day for me.
Chico, can you do that?
Say again. Do what?
That
Wix? What's Wix?
Wix is the
That's an oil filter. Ain't it? Ain't it oil filter?
it is, but it's also a forum hosting website that Kenny's got started.
Oh, I was unfamiliar. I thought I want a suppressor, Jim, but not like that. I got you though, brother.
All you need is a Sprite bottle and the handyman secret weapon. That's duct tape.
Well,
Okay, yeah, I got it. I see it. I was wondering what that was.
That's how you make the Sprite bottle launcher.
Yeah, I've been looking. Look at Jim said, "Oh my God, Chico." Yeah, man. I've been looking. This Black Friday. I've been looking at suppressors, and I'm just like, but I got to do it. I've been saying it for the last 2 years, and the longer I wait, the longer I'm gonna have to wait. So,
I see Tack is in the side chat. I want to extend a very special thank you. My night has been terrible, and you bailed me out, and I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much, Tack.
If you guys haven't checked out Tack's latest stream, please do so. She's been helping out a friend and doing an awesome job. And so far, we're up to $1,000. I know we can probably go above that.
Yeah, she bailed me out after my night went total to crap. She goes, I'll just start it, and then when you get everything caught up, since you're running late, you come in and then send me the link, and I'll hop in. I'm like, okay, yeah, sounds great. Then, oh God, it was a bad night over here at this house. I now have both children quarantined from each other with a German Shepherd guarding each of them.
Uncle Jim, I got something to tell you.
He's pregnant with your baby.
No, that definitely ain't. So,
Come on, Kyle, with a beard like that, there's no way.
I was at my gun store today, and one of the reasons I've held off on buying the parts I need to finish this upper is I was waiting for the day, for today, Black Friday, to find all the deals. Guys, on the parts I need, with my budget, there's just not good enough deals. So I went down to Fifth Avenue to Rome Gun and Pawn, and they have Trinity Force. They usually carry Trinity Force handguards and the stock parts and all that kind of stuff. And they also carry the NC Star stuff. And I thought I could afford something like that, but they were out of everything. And they did have a good deal on a lower receiver parts kit and the stock parts for $99 out the door. I'm going to go back tomorrow and get one of those. That's about as good as you're going to get. It's an Anderson lower, Anderson part kit, and a Trinity Force stock. But
it's got the actual lower too.
Yeah.
I mean, just the spring basic parts kit without a stock's $45 to $55.
Well, it's the Anderson receiver, stripped receiver, the Anderson part kit, and the Trinity Force buffer tube spring and the stock.
So it come. I was going to say, make sure it comes with the tube or the spring and the buffer.
It
Well, I would stay clear of Trinity Force. So
yeah,
I'm
we've
not-
had a discussion.
keep looking because I'd stay clear of them.
I like Palmetto State. They've got their buffer tubes are straight, and they got good quality springs and stuff. And you're not going to really destroy the pins. They got really hard pins. So,
But depending on what you need, I have some spare parts laying around. So if you need some parts, let me know.
All right, we'll talk after this. I'll tell you what I gotta have. So I'm at this store, and I go back toward the back to pay for this. I did buy this. It's Kenny, I'm gonna need some instruction. This is a 10-round 223 magazine. These 10 rounders cost more than the 30 rounders, but anyway, I've got to do some milling and some sanding and stuff on that to make it fit the 358 Legend stuff. So back there in the back, they've got brand new handy rifles, and they got them on sale for like a couple of $100, but they don't really have a caliber that I want. They've got one big, full barrel. It's like an inch in diameter, and it's a 204 Ruger. And they have a couple of 223s. So all that stuff is very interesting. Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Sharonda.
What's going on, people?
How you doing?
Oh man, I'm food drunk. Food drunk.
Hey, Rick, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Hey, Rick, what's going on, brother?
Oh, Rick said he's in the airplane getting ready to take off. Thanks for joining us, brother. While you're on the plane, that's awesome.
While you supposed to have your phone in airplane mode?
Right.
Hey,
Yeah.
Sharon, did you think what we're doing is considered cheating?
I didn't catch what the topic was.
No, me and you being off the Reloading podcast, being on here.
No. What's that new word? I'm a polygamist reloader. What is the phrase?
See, here's the thing about cheating. You're only cheating if you get caught.
No, I'm in a open reloading relationship. Is that what
Yeah.
it is?
Whatever is beneficial.
So, how about them Braves?
That means it's time to move on to another subject. Sharonda, we've been talking a lot about powder coating tonight because y'all won't let Travis talk about powder coating on the Reloading podcast on Tuesday nights.
He's venting.
Yeah.
Y'all, I want to know all the stuff. I'm all for the Skittles.
Well,
Yeah, she's all for it. It's another individual is anti powder coating. He shall be not named tonight.
Does it start with A and ends with what?
E
no,
starts with A, ends with E.
well, Mike kind of doesn't like any. He seems like he wants to stick with store bought bullets, and that's fine if that's what he wants to do. But it's a lot more fun to cast them and powder coat them and load them up yourself. And
Sorry, who are you referring to, Jamie?
Mike,
Oh, Mike. No, Mike's actually going to be starting to cast bullets here soon.
man, if he ever casts some bullets and gets some good groups out of them, he's going to be absolutely addicted.
Yeah, Mike's always busy though. He has a hard time with some stuff because he's a busy guy. No, it's Jim on the podcast. Him and I get into it hard. I'm powder coating and he's for A-locks. We get into some pretty heated debates on and off air.
Well, I have people, well, like Pop's Quest for one, told me on a Scotsman show one night, Foreign and Domestic on Sunday nights. Y'all check us out. They're going. He's going to be more regular on there after a while. But anyway, he was saying that powder coated bullets smoke, and I've not noticed that. I'm not saying that they don't, but he's a competition shooter, so he uses store bought bullet. Well, yeah, he uses store bought or high tech. He'll buy some Acme bullets from time to time, doesn't he, Chico?
Yeah, I think he uses, but he used plated too. Because I watched his video one time when he was talking about the because I've noticed that with my Acme bullets, sometimes they are smoky-ish sometimes, and then that could be related to the powder you're using.
I say that should be with the powder because if you were smoking, you'd start getting some kind of buildup in your barrel. Correct.
Right. Yeah. So I believe that's what that's contributed to. But I know he does a lot of I know he does 3-gun and a lot of USPCA stuff. So, but I've noticed that I think everybody has with tight group. I notice a little smoke sometimes. And,
yeah, I noticed it too, and I'm amateur, and it doesn't bother me.
Yeah. So. I think that's the powder that smokes normally.
Yeah, it's the powder. It's not. Yeah, you'd at least be able to pull your barrel off and see some kind of buildup. I don't care what it was. Then I could see. Yeah, you probably got some smoke coming from that, but you're pushing it too hot. But it's not smoking because of the powder coat or the high tech. It's from the powder.
No, yeah. I've shot a lot of powder coated bullets. You can ask Jamie or Chico, and I've never had any leading whatsoever in my barrels, even brand new through the Henry. There was some buildup in there because it was brand new, and it turns out it's burnt cosmoline and stuff. You know, I didn't clean the barrel good enough. I just wanted to run some rounds through it and run a patch with some Ed's Red down it, and everything just fell right out, and there was no lead in there whatsoever.
Yeah, I bet you I'm shooting upwards 10,000 9mm a year. I don't get nothing in my barrel.
Yeah.
I shoot nothing but these exact ones right here.
What kind of powder you use in your preferred powder with 9mm, Travis?
I just whatever's on sale. I like the Eastwood, but right now I'm using the powder by the pound.
No, your smokeless.
My powder. I'm using. I have always been a fan of Unique. That was kind of my go-to, and you'll get little smokiness from that powder. I've actually switched over to about a year ago to Shooter's World. It's called Clean Shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I've been using that for my pistol, and then I've done a lot of testing with. I was shooting the Hodgdon CFE 223, and I also did the BLC, and I did a bunch of test comparisons and found the Shooter's World. It's the match rifle. I was getting way better groups with that. So I've switched over to match or Shooter's World for both my pistol and my rifle.
Yeah, we definitely use and like the Shooter's World. I know Kyle, Jamie, and I. So I use a few of that Shooter's World Ultimate Pistol. And I recently just bought some Power Pistol from them and Ultimate Power Pistol and something Heavy Pistol something. I bought a lot of it. A few different jugs. It was on sale.
Of course, it was on sale. If you bought it,
Yep.
Okay, one more. Let me ask a quick question. Then I got an announcement.
Yes, sir.
Travis? What exact powders are you using for rifle and pistol? For the 9mm, you're using Clean Shot.
Shooter's World Clean Shot. And
Okay.
for the rifle, I'm using Shooter's World Match Rifle.
Okay.
And Tin Man's asking what size do I use for the 9? I actually size them down to .356.
Yeah, that's what I use for 9, and for 38, 357, and 35 Remington, I size them at 358.
Yeah, see, I can't remember when I was just doing because I used to do traditional lube groove stuff and A-locks. You have to size them. So I think I was sizing those at some of them were 357, some of them were 358. But since I've been powder coating, I size them to 356, and they've been beautiful, been great.
Now that's after you've powder coated them.
Yeah, powder coat them and then size them up.
I know some people have some molds that drop them a little
Small.
a little on the small side, and then they size them, go ahead and run them through the sizer, and then they pick up a half to a thousandth with the powder coating. That's what they're looking for. So
Yeah, I think I got the two main NOE molds I use for 9. One drops it at, I believe it's 357. The other one's at 358, and then I size them, both of them down to 356 after powder coating.
okay, gotcha.
Of course, if I was getting any leading or something, I'd have to size them up, but I'm getting absolutely nothing. So I love powder coating.
It's a lot easier and cleaner than that A-locks. I got real tired of cleaning dyes real quick.
See, one of the guys on our show, he only uses A-locks, and he says he could go, I think he said like 10,000 rounds before he has to tear his dyes down and clean them. When I did it on my Lee Loadmaster, I was tearing that. Yeah, I was tearing that thing down every 500,000 rounds and Q-tipping out the seating dye and all that. I just couldn't take it anymore.
Yep. About every 300 to 500 rounds, I start noticing the bullets being lower and lower and lower.
Lower and lower and lower. Yep. And that was especially bad when you got some traditional wax. If some of that starts coming off, your case shaves off some of that wax, goes up into your seating dye, you'll really start to notice that. And hopefully you do notice it before it's too late.
Okay, Chico, I need your help, buddy. I need Kenny's website again.
I can help you with that, brother.
It's desertprecision.com, isn't it?
I'm gonna post it right here. Paste. Oh, sorry, that is the link to the other to that app, and here is the website coming right now. So you can save some coin.
The Techno Guru.
So it should be, both of them should be in the it's dpgunworks.com. I've got it open up on another browser. Yeah, DP Gunworks. Nice looking website too, Kenny. So if y'all seen that discount code what Jamie posted, there's the link now.
Okay, this link with the discount code gobble, case sensitive, you got to put capital G's in, will get you 15% off Arkin Optics at dpgunworks.com. And let's get over there, and if you're in the market for a good scope, let's help get Kenny kicked off to a really good start with his business. Back 1 second to Reloaders Lives Matter. Let me put my email address. If you want to be entered into the drawings for all of these fabulous prizes, send me an email with a screenshot or your receipt, or just forward me the receipt. Let me know that you want to be in the drawing, because a lot of the folks that are donating don't really care about winning any prizes. They kind of don't want anybody to know they gave. And, the Bible says, don't let your right hand know what your left hand's doing. And they don't want anybody to know they gave. So that's all good. But if you want to be entered into the drawing, and we got to get some people entered, because we got 13 pretty dang good prizes right here that need to go to a new home. And there's the Scotsman's. Send it to him, or you can send it to me at this my email. So there. And Chico Wise. So you got 3 choices there. And like I said, we are real close to
There she is.
actually also let me go back over here and check and see if anybody has made any donations since we've been on the air tonight. This total that they're showing me here is actually going to be no, nobody's made any donations tonight. We're at $1,965, and once we get to 2,500, we're going to give all these prizes away. And actually, that 1965 is more like $160 more dollars, because a couple of guys and myself have given a check that went straight to Mike. When you use GoFundMe, they take a little bit of the they have to pay. So basically, we have to pay that fee. So
It's cost of doing business.
You gotta love Outlaw Josie Wells.
Hey.
Hey, Rigby, how you doing?
So do you powder coat or
No,
high
no,
tech
no,
or
no.
what, Rigby? I think you're a powder coat girl.
She plastic coats.
You need to leave that alone. Go on, get in yonder. She's going to turn my computer off again, y'all.
Stay away.
No, bad, no.
You hear, Scotsman? He said, don't turn off the computer.
No, bad, no, Rigby.
No, bad, no, Rigby.
Oh, but you're not saying it with a Utah accent. No, bad.
Do I look like I have a fucking Utah accent?
Easy.
Sorry.
Tender kids, tender kids.
Close your ears, Rigby.
Earmuffs.
Cranky, it's not enough to worry about, brother.
Yeah,
It's
very minute. Yeah.
I think it's like 20 cents per donation and 2 or 3% or something like that. But I mean, it adds up.
Oh God. Hi. How are you? Yes. Hello. Okay. Had to have a cameo.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
We're missing one.
Yep.
Oh, he already came down and grabbed the tablet.
Oh, okay.
I normally don't give it to him, but he was feeling not too well, so I was like, yeah, you can get it. So,
Hey, Mad Sexy, welcome, buddy.
We
That new name is really freaking my wig, but yeah.
Oh, just
Hey,
somebody-
Jamie, I just got an email from Ghost Rider. I'll
Okay.
forward it to you.
Come on.
But let's take care of him. You'll see what I mean when I forward it to you.
All right.
cool. If I could run down the side chat before we log off of here, I want to thank everyone for joining us. If I could do that, Jamie.
That's great, man.
No problem, brother. We got AOK Forging and Adventures, Eagle Eye Shooting, OCD Outdoors, Daniel God is my judge, Loads of Bacon, Red Raider Reloading, The Day at the Range, Cranky Cletus, Tacos and French Fries, Jesse B Outdoors, Ghost Rider, thanks, brother. Single Shot, Texas Outlaw Michael Signs, Andy 79Z28. What else? We got Tin Man, Appalachian Reloader. We got Uncle Jim in the house. Uncle John's out there hanging too. The 6-shooter Texan Fuzz T48. Who else? Lead Bullet Junkie. I know Big E's out there. Larry Palmer. Charles Irby is out there lurking. Thanks for lurking, brother. Buckeye Targets on the panel with us. Thoughts of an Old Soldier. I think he stepped out, but thanks for joining us, brother. And let me go through to make sure. Is Your Six Covered was here. He was on the plane, had to go in airplane mode. And I believe we got Brody 556. Thanks, brother. And I think that's all. We got more people out there, but as they come in, I will shout them out. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Guys and girls, Matt Sexy, 45 ACP. And I believe that is it. So, guys, thanks for joining us for, another Georgia Shooting Connection Friday night live stream. Hey, y'all make sure when y'all go over there to Eagle Eye Shooting site, y'all join that mailing list, just like so you'll be in the loop on their emails and everything else that popped up on the screen and threw me off for a hot second, whatever that was. So, yeah, I joined the mailing list. So, thanks, everyone joining in, and we definitely appreciate it. Go ahead, Jen. I'll let you.
Since I was fatteningly late, would you mind reposting that link for me again?
No, I definitely can. Sure.
Thank you.
Mad Sexy, where are you at, brother? We're in Georgia, remember?
The dirty South. There you go, Sharinda.
Thank you, sir.
Mad Smack is in California, man. He's in the commie state.
Uh-oh.
Chico says the dirty South was such feeling.
Got to, brother. A lot of people ask me about that, and it can be taken a lot of different ways, but I just feel like use Google. I mean, want to say use Google, man.
That's a whole nother live.
That's a whole other live stream. That's exactly correct.
That's a live chat that won't be hosted on JH5.
Correct. That is.
Well, we're always open to suggestions. Another thing I want to bring up, y'all go to the Georgia Shooting Connection page on Headspace and leave your comments about the show and maybe some any kind of topics you want covered or any show ideas. Well, I've got the notifications turned on and they haven't gotten any in the last couple of weeks, but
yep. Questions or whatever you want to discuss, yeah, that will help tremendously because we're here for you guys actually. So sometimes.
Yeah. Some of these guys, Travis, are actually getting some pretty decent groups out of Cast 556, 223.
I'd like to know what mold they're using because it ain't the damn Lee one. Or let me just say this. I've done everything that I know to do adjusted seating depth, adjusted the size of the bullet, all kinds of different powders with all kinds of different ladder charges out of different rifles with different barrel twists. And some of them, I can't even hit the target at 100 yards. I mean, I scare the hell out of it, but I ain't hitting it.
Same. And it kind of turns you off as to buying another mold just to, maybe waste your money. So the one I'm interested in was, I forget whose video it was, but it's on the Reloaders Network. Took 100 grain mold from NOE, cut it down so it was a 75 grain, and he was getting at least halfway decent groups with that.
I'm
I'm gonna have to talk to Taco about that and see what they got going on over at NOE.
I got a real problem with taking $100 hunk of aluminum and grinding on it.
That's why I said I just need to get a hold of Taco and see what his thoughts are.
I mean, I guess if you had a milling machine, it'd be okay, but I don't. My milling machine's a bench grinder.
I think it was James Pollard. I could be wrong.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, they're saying James Pollard. Yeah.
You can't just take a mold and take a sanding disc or nothing to it. You gotta put that in an end mill or something and get a nice flat surface on that. Yeah, don't try that. Don't
use a bench grinder. Don't do that.
Well, that's what he was using.
What?
Seriously. Yeah, he was using a belt sander.
Oh, he's a brave man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's very patient, methodical guy too.
Hey, we have a new reloader out there in the side chat, AOK Foraging Adventures. If you guys don't know them, go check them out. But they just started reloading. Myself, Kyle, and a bunch of other guys here have all helped them out. Go check them out if you don't know them.
I'll tell you, that was probably the funniest hour I've ever spent on the phone with her. Oh, good. I'm glad you got it. I'm really glad you got it. You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
And Uncle Jim, y'all, hold on. There you go. They're cool. Two companies that mill and Hollow Point Lee molds. My thought is I've got that 6 cavity 224 55 grain, no 225 Lee mold. My thinking is, and y'all tell me if I'm crazy, but if you could get somebody to machine out the grease grooves,
correct,
and make it straight sided, I think that mold would shoot.
Well, not only that, but put a point at the end of it. You had to bump it up to about a 60 grain bullet, but I think that flat nose on that bullet has a hell of a damn impact on it. I think it captivates so much.
I think somewhere between 62 to 75, maybe 78 grains is going to be the ticket.
I agree. And running it hot.
I didn't even think about that, Jamie. I'm going to take that Lee mold I got, and I'm going to do that to that one.
Yeah, it's my theory that if it was smooth sided, and like Kyle says, maybe have a point, maybe not. You just get a guy to machine shop, take those grooves out.
Yeah, more bearing surface would definitely help it.
Yeah, there's a lot of my Lee molds. I've been debating on doing some backyard machining on those to get rid of the tumble lube grooves and traditional grooves on them, and just make it basically so I can straight powder coat those. So
the 223 bullet is actually the only one that I've had a problem with. I own a bunch of Lee molds.
Oh, I do too. Like I said, I never had a problem with them either, but I get stuck in my head on things, and I'm thinking,
hey, Kyle, you recognize this?
Oh God.
Not only do I have the 2017, I have the 2018 and the 2019.
Oh Lord. Put you some pomegranate juice in there and make it edge red.
And you can see it's already been partaken of.
Yeah, I understand, brother. I understand.
Okay. What do you guys think? My theory is that a straight-sided bullet would shoot better than the ones with the loop grooves and stuff.
Well, you're getting more, but you're getting more bearing surface.
That was my thought. I just about have to.
Or you
But I
yeah,
still-
you have a choice but to. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you're going to get higher pressures too, so keep that in mind. But I think
Yeah.
My thought is we need to get a little bit heavier. So if we can just make those projectiles a little bit heavier, and probably make it a little bit more aerodynamic, like Kyle's saying, because I can grab some. I got some cast up right over there. You hold it this way and you turn it that way. They're almost. It's not that much. What's the words I'm looking for? It's not that much difference from holding it this way to this way.
Yeah,
It needs to
almost symmetrical.
Yeah, it needs to be a little bit longer, a little bit heavier, and I think that might be the ticket. So I'm gonna try that for sure. I don't use these molds anyway, just because they don't shoot, so it's not gonna bother me to cut them up.
I've got a buddy with a mill. I might just take half that mold and bore out the lube grooves and step it down to a point ish, a lot more than what it's got.
Yeah, don't go too pointy, but
and try that with 3 of the cavities. I mean, 'cause that way you hadn't ruined the mold. But then again, the mold ain't worth a crap to me anyway. I'm fixing to melt down about 7,000 bullets from it. So,
and I thought it'd be really cool if those 223 molds produce something worth anything, because it takes so little lead to make them, and you could just produce a whole crap ton of them.
and that's what I did. I've got 3 quart mason jars full of them. There's a crap ton of bullets right there. And that's a heavy mason jar once you fill that thing all the way up. I've tried them gas checked. I've tried them not gas checked. I can't make it do anything other than make my blood pressure go up. That's the only thing that bullet's good for. And wasting powder.
So,
Yeah.
Biggie, what's your thoughts on that? Do you think a softer or harder mix might work better or worse? I'm thinking harder and push them.
Like I say, the only reason to make them harder is to prevent leading. You're not going to gain anything other than that. So make them harder if you're getting leading. You can also change your alloys to make them heavier without, you can make a heavier alloy, but I don't think, I think you make it a little bit longer. I think we can, 6-shooter Texan, it's Arsenal who makes the 225 77 grain Elvis ammo mold. I know that mold does have traditional lube grooves on it, if I remember right. I think I'm wanting like 75 grain, 77 might be right in that range, but with no lube groove, straight wall for powder coating. I think that's going to be the ticket, is just getting a better aerodynamic profile on it, making it a little bit heavier, and I think you might have something there.
And Cranky does have a good point, because I found 6,000 pack of Hornady 223 55 grain jacketed bullets, and it was $189 for 6,000 of them.
Where'd you find that at? I've been buying those 6,000 of them for about $400.
Oh no, this was a couple of years back. It was a Black Friday on Midway USA, and I even got free shipping. That's why I bought them. Actually, I bought 3 of them.
Wow.
Yeah, a buddy of mine wanted one, and another buddy of mine said, "Well, I'll throw in on half of one." I'm like, "Well, I'll take 1.5." Okay, it was a couple of years ago, probably 2016 ish. No, maybe 2015. God, what year is it? Oh man. Okay, so 4 years ago. It was well before Donald Trump even decided he was going to run for president. Is when I found them. It was on a Black Friday.
So that makes for a good video, whichever one of y'all wants to mill that mold out. So I'm sure it'll get a lot of attention, and you don't have to worry about if it'll work good or not. Those grooveless bullets. So
Right.
I'll be watching it from one of you guys, from either you or you.
I got to get in touch with John, see if he's got anything going on. Probably next weekend. Hey, you want to mess up something? He's always down for that. So yeah, we can center everything up and bore the lube grooves out, and maybe even leave the flat point on it at first. Just take 3 of the cavities and bore the grooves out of it. And of course, you can't gas check it at that point, but well, I guess you can't. So, so that does away with that feature. If you can get it close and you think, if only we could gas check this.
Well, you could. You'd have to drill down a little farther, reprofile the back end down.
Right.
Or just buy some plain base gas checks.
Them gator checks or whatever they are.
Yeah, and then have fun putting those little bitty gas checks on those little bitty bullets.
And then putting 350 foot-pounds of torque on your press to size it.
Yeah. Yeah,
And heck, who just released a video about making your own gas checks? Was that Kenny?
Oh, there's been a few of them.
This was just the other day. I want to say it was Kenny.
The zinc ones, yeah. I think he made some zinc gas checks.
Yeah, some aluminum ones is what the last video I seen
And
just came out.
who was it? Dima Pratt made the dies to make your own gas check.
Yep,
Like
that's
or something.
that's it.
Or hell, that video came out a couple of years ago. Willie Bullet Man put one out.
Ooh,
He ordered the 357s and he ordered something else, Jamie. He ended up getting both of them. And
30 cal. 30 cal and 358.
yeah. And
We got to start wrapping this up.
we're having
Yes.
so much fun.
Yes, sir, guys and girls. Thanks for joining us. Another Georgia Shooting Connection. We always go over time, but we thank y'all for being here because we always get involved in some stuff. So y'all make sure y'all check out Buckeye Targets. I've posted his channel link in the side chat, and I'm also gonna post the podcast that he and Miss Sharinda is on. That's the Reload. They go on Tuesdays. Is it at 8?
For me, it's I'm an
So
hour
for me,
behind.
it's 6. So what is it?
Yeah.
7 Central.
I think it's 7.
So
Yeah, it's 7
8 o'clock.
Central.
It's 8
Yeah.
Eastern.
Yeah,
So y'all check
don't
them
go
out.
to my my YouTube channel. I don't do nothing on that one. Just go check us out on the Reloading Podcast. Go check us out on the Reloading Podcast on Tuesdays. Check us out on all your favorite podcaster apps. Hit us up on Instagram, Reloading Podcast. Hit me up on Instagram at Buckeye Targets. Do a lot of cool stuff over there, guys. So
Thanks
come
for joining
check
us.
us out.
brother. We appreciate it, man.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yes, sir.
And Travis, we have been seeing more of our group more and more over there.
Yeah, Yep.
We try to plug y'all every Friday night. So I want to thank you and for coming on and letting folks know about what's going over there. The ones that, we're all in the same community. We got to stick together and Well, thanks
Yeah,
for being.
I'm gonna start getting some stuff posted over there at the Reloaders Network too, guys.
Well,
Cool, brother. Cool.
if you want to have one of us on sometimes, that'd be great. Y'all welcome any of the other guys that want to come visit with us. That'd be good too.
Yeah, I'd love to.
So, Scott,
What about the Scotsman?
do what?
I said we said the same. We were thinking the same, brother. You know how that works.
Yeah.
I don't know. Chico wise, he's getting a little too famous for all of us here.
He's going to quit hanging out.
He's the epitome of the dirty South, man. There's no such thing as too famous. He's the dirty South. He's the epitome of the dirty South.
The struggle.
I think because I talk slow, Chico thinks I think slow, so he finishes my sentences a lot.
Oh, we were thinking that he said the Scotsman. I said the Scotsman at the same time. We were thinking the same, bro.
Yeah, beautiful rifle, Scotsman.
It's awesome, man. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to shooting it here soon. And huge thanks to you, man. I reached out to you a while back on the ammo, and you helped me out, and then kind of went from there. So, thank you, brother.
Amen.
But it's awesome to be here as always. And guys, we're here to help out Mike if we can. So again, check those links out. Jump in if you can, and shoot myself, Jamie, Chico an email, and we'll make it happen. We're almost there. Almost. So keep pushing, guys. We appreciate you more than you know. And as always, this community rocks. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for being here. Thanks for all your donations, and thanks for all your help with everything that goes on in the community as far as helping out our brothers when they need help. And with that, we'll go talk to Miss Sharenda. That's glad you could make it.
I'm glad I made it by the seat of my pants, literally. It's always fun hanging out with you guys on Friday. And I'm sure I'm supposed to have something extra, but I am seriously food drunk. I have not ate so much in my life. I can't even think straight.
What about your plug for what you use on Tuesday night, Sharena? That'll work.
I did. Oh,
Yeah.
introduce the lady to reloading. She just might like it. I have 23 that now like it.
Woo! And what's your Facebook group?
Women Reload 2 with an exclamation mark. And 2 is spelled out TOO.
That's what I was getting at. Thank you so much, Mr. Kyle.
Hey guys, I appreciate everybody being here with us. The side chat was going so quick I couldn't even watch it. Then the dog needed to go out, and I kind of got away from the side chat, and I apologize for that. Appreciate Travis, Crazy Scotsman, Miss Sharenda. Thank y'all for coming on. It's been great. Had a great time. Mr. Scotsman, do you prefer the 150 grain or the 200 grain persuasion in the 30-30?
I have no idea yet.
Well, your 30-30 is going to be 170 or 150 typically.
It depends on who you ask. I had to buy Timothy a mold.
He's shooting it out of 308 too.
He was using a 308, but actually,
Everything I bought so far, I believe, is like 150.
my buddy Kelly actually likes the 200 grains in his 30-30. He's got a Marlin. But anyway, there will be a little something en route to you.
There already is.
There's always
Jamie already told me that. Actually, he's told me twice now. He contacted me earlier in the week and was like, "Hey, I need your PO box." Like, all right. And then again, he told me today, "Don't buy anything for at least a week."
All right. Well, we're gonna take care of you. That's a beautiful rifle, man. Be sure and rub it real good and talk to it and whisper sweet nothings into the safety that it doesn't have.
Yeah.
Oh, I will, man.
All right, guys,
It's gonna be taken care of.
I'm out, done, and gone.
All right. So we had 51, which is down a little bit, 52 or 53, somewhere around in there. Down a little bit, but this is a holiday weekend, and we try to keep things going around here. But thanks, Chico, for sending Mr. Day at the Range that message. We are honored for all of our guests to be here, but it's always good when we have somebody new. We need to see if we can get him on to be our guest one weekend. So, guys, thank y'all for joining us. It's been a blast, and hope everybody had a great, wonderful Thanksgiving. And Lord willing, we will see y'all next week. Say bye, y'all.
Good night.
Bye, y'all.
Not everyone.
See ya. Get out and do some reloading.